Hello, 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 hello. Hey. I don't know, y'all. Welcome back to Manifest Ruthlessly, where we don't just dream, we do, where we don't just plan, we execute, where we don't just visualize, we build and expand, where we don't just grow, we evolve, where we don't just manifest, we move with clarity, act with courage, refuse to play small, disrupt anything that dims us. Shall I continue or do you get the picture? And mainly, we just show up like we mean it and take up space like it's ours because at the end of the day, it is. And before we dive in and get all into the nitty gritty, you know I gotta ask, how is everybody? Your mama, your daddy, your sister, brother, your cousins, your grandma, your grandfather, your kids, your hubby, your bae, your boo, your wife. How's everybody? They still getting on your nerves, or are things a little better today? Most importantly, how are you? How are you feeling, really? Mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I know with whatever is going on in, the news today, no matter which side of the coin you are on, you feel it. I think we all exhausted at this moment in time. So how are you? Go stand outside. Just, you know, look around you, look at the scenery around you, and just take it all in. Scream if you have to. Don't hold it in. But just remember, everything gonna be all right. There's not a day that you have encountered prior to today that things haven't worked out. They just always do. You up in my book. So, um, I know you always check on and take care of everybody else. So I just like to always take just a little moment just to check on you. See how you doing, how you feeling, just in case don't nobody in your inner circle ask you that today. At least you heard it from me. So now that you got what you need, now that we done did all that, today's episode is about calling back your wholeness. The version of you that walked in the room already knowing I belong here. And if something's got to shift, it won't be me. I'm sorry for the pause. I had to figure out, I'm trying to figure out how to best say this, but there's not a nice way to say it. So let me just ask you something. When did you first learn to shrink in public? Like to shrink yourself? When did you start scanning the room and asking yourself if you were too much? When did your brilliance start waiting for approval before it came to the surface? Too many of us walk into rooms and immediately start, contorting, making ourselves smaller so others feel taller, playing down our voices so we don't get labeled one thing or another, muting our magic so someone else doesn't feel insecure, code switching, changing the way we walk, we talk, we appear in certain rooms or around certain people. But I'm here to tell you, you don't adjust to the room. Let the room adjust to you. Because when you walk in fully you, not filtered, not code switching, not toned down for comfort, you shift the frequency in the room. And yes, that might ruffle some feathers. That might, disrupt some people's energy. But ruffle feathers are not your responsibility when you walk in truth. If you have been shape-shifting for approval, if you question, or are you sitting there like, nah, I don't do that. Like, I don't know what she's talking about. That ain't me. This episode, that don't apply to me. Here are 5 signs that you've been shape-shifting for approval. So I just asked, Do you replay conversations in your head to make sure you didn't sound too confident or too much? You didn't come off-putting or offensive in a way when it's really not offensive, but because of the type of person you were talking to, they might be easily offended. 2, did you say, I'm sorry for simply having a boundary? Did you dilute your accomplishments so others don't feel less than or start to compare themselves to you? Did you wait for confirmation before trusting your own ideas? Did you smile through the microaggressions because you don't want to make it a thing or blow it out of proportion? That's not humility. That's self-erasure. That's erasing yourself. So we're gonna change the way we speak. You know. We gonna first identify some of the things that sound polite, but actually diminish you. When you say, I'm just happy to be here. No, you earned that seat. Stop acting like it was a favor given to you. Or you say, oh, I don't want to be a bother, but no, you have a voice. Use it without apology. Or you say something like, I don't know if this makes sense, but no, it makes sense. Say that thing with your whole damn chest. It does. You know it does. Stop second guessing yourself. Question I have for you today is, what part of you are you dimming in certain rooms? In certain rooms. And why do you believe that that version of you doesn't deserve to be seen fully? Write it down, say it out loud. If it makes you emotional, good. That means you're getting closer to the truth. Because you don't need to shape shift to be accepted. You don't need to shrink to be safe. You don't need to soften what's sacred to make other people comfortable. Your confidence is not an attack. Your clarity is not arrogance. And your presence is not a disruption, it's an activation. Let them adjust. Make them readjust. They will be okay. Today, I challenge you to walk into one space just as your full self. No shrinking, no scripting. Write down 3 things that make you powerful and say them out loud and multiple times throughout the day. I challenge you to interrupt your own self-doubt. Ooh, child. I challenge you to interrupt your own self-doubt with this phrase, I'm not here to be palatable. I'm here to be powerful. So when you start second guessing yourself, just be like, I'm not here to be palatable. I'm here to be powerful. The affirmation I got for you today is, I was not made to shrink, to silence, or to seek permission. I do not enter rooms hoping to be chosen. I walk in already knowing I am worthy. I release the need to over-explain, to overgive, to overcompensate for anyone else's insecurity. I show up as I am, bold, rooted, and fully aligned. And if something has to adjust, baby, it won't be me. Okay? That's all I got for y'all. You already know what I'm going to say. This journey we on. It ain't about perfection. It's about alignment. That the universe sends warnings before it sends breakthroughs. And that God sends confirmation. And you will know it when you hear it. You can't miss it. He gonna make sure you don't. So pay attention. Heal fast. Stop making excuses for what you already know ain't working and move forward. Baby, this is Manifest Ruthlessly, where elevation is personal and excuses don't stand a chance, and where the healing ain't cute, but it's necessary every damn time. Hope y'all have a fantastic, fantastic day. And stop shrinking. This world is big enough for all of us. The space you are walking into, hold your head up high, walk in as your true self, and go do the damn thing. You ready? And this time they see you for you. I hope y'all have an amazing day. Bye.